Hello. Today I am going to review through how to insert moving phase change lines into Microsoft Excel graphs for behavior data. It's something that comes up quite often. There's several different ways to do it, but I actually find this the easiest way. And the procedure that I'm going to be describing comes from this journal article referenced up here. It's called Inserting Phase Change Lines into Microsoft Excel Graphs. It's found in Behavior Analysis in Practice from 2015, the October edition, by Erick Dubuque. So right here, I have already some basic behavior data in there and a basic frequency graph on my screen. I have not yet included the phase change line, so I'm just going to start from there. So you can be tracking more than one different type of data. If you have 2 or 3 different things that you're tracking, that's fine. You'll have 2 or 3 columns. What you want to do is at the end of the last column to the right of it, you want to create a new column called phase change. You're going to look at the range of your axis here and go just above that, and that's the number that's going to go in as the phase change number every time. That'll make sense why in a second. So in order to increase or insert that data in, we're just going to add it in like that. And as you can see, it's now added a data point here. So what we want to do is either double click on this or right click and select change series chart type. So just for that one series, we want to change that into a column, clustered column. Okay, so this is why the data ends up, the phase change line ends up moving with the data, because it's actually its own data point. It's just a different type of graph. We don't want to leave it like that though, because it's too thick. So again, if you double click on it, or if you click and click on it and right click and select format data series, there's a few different things that you need to do in order to make it look how you want. Okay, so here we want the gap width to be 0, and then we're going to come up here to the fill, and we're going to choose, sorry, that's the border. We want to make sure we're on fill. We want to choose gradient fill. Okay, there's a few more changes that we need to make. So the angle, we want it to be 0, and you have these 4 gradient stops here. We only want 3, so if you click onto one of them and select delete, it'll just make that one go away. And then we're going to start changing them how we want them. So for this one, we're going to turn it black, and we want the position, transparency, and brightness to remain at 0. We'll select the second one. Again, we're going to turn it black. We want the position to be 6%, but the transparency and brightness should remain at 0. And we're going to select the third one. Again, we're going to turn it black. This time the position is going to be at 8. The transparency is going to be at 100. Then we want to go back up here because we actually want it to be showing on the right side, not the left side. Okay, so if I click off of that now, it's now inserted the line. I'm just going to take off this one line here to disconnect those. Okay, so it looks like we lost our title. Oops, I'm going to add that back in there. And it is frequency of scratching. Okay, so that's your basic graph with your phase change line. As you can see, it goes up just to the level that you've selected for it. If we wanted to make that a little higher, we could just make the graph a little higher, but we can leave it how it is. It's fine. It depends on how much room you need to label the graph. So I've got a little bit more data down below here. If we wanted to add in some more, you do it the same way as you do for any graph. Just select it. It's going to add it in. I need to deselect this one line. And then to label it, what you want to do is go to the Insert tab, choose Insert Text, and you're still going to put a text box in, probably similar to how you've ever labeled this type of graph before if you used the lines that you were just inserting a line. Okay, so we want to take off the border. We don't want an outline on that. We want it a little bit smaller, and then we're just going to list in our information. I'll say this is NCR, and we'll say this is NCR plus DRA. Whoops. And there you have it. It's as easy as that. For more information or to review through it, you can see this journal article on behavior analysis and practice, inserting phase change lines into Microsoft Excel. Thanks for watching.